2025. So we're going to go through chest and a bit of arms today. Almost the middle of January, I can't believe it, but here we are. Yeah. So I was just saying, talking to my coach Stefan a week or so ago about show plans for the year. So everything physically is looking pretty good right now. I actually feel great, the best I have in months. So we're looking at probably July, August for shows. So right now, just kind of in a really good place mentally, physically, things are coming around. So I put a question box up on Instagram. So there's a couple things that came up. Maybe we can go through today, or you can ask me some questions. Yeah, so it's interesting being an off season. I think for any bodybuilder, especially women, we have it a little more harder than the guys who don't mind looking huge. But I think because physically I feel pretty good right now, it gets a little bit easier each time. You got to have this other wardrobe for your off season stuff. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to see how things look this year. Matcha, who I work with stretching wise, he's a really good gauge for me on how my body's moving because I've been working with him for probably 4 or 5 years. And my upper body's got a lot more range than it did, so that's a good thing. I like this grip because it's all chest, no triceps. Yeah. So I've been working with Stefan Kinzel for, I guess about 7 months now, since just after Toronto last year. So he's guided me through the prep for the Chicago that didn't happen, all through the surgery and the aftermath of that, and then in this current off season, and then obviously he'll guide through the prep this year. But he's very precise and very confident in the decisions he's making around nutrition and training, nutrition primarily, but and that brings a very new sense for me of very calm trust, I'll say, in having a coach that is very confident in the decision. So it's yeah, it makes a lot of things a lot less stressful. But one thing, and I think it's partly his influence is been on my mind the last month or two, is just keep things simple. So I'm the first one to get drawn into the newest supplement and what can this do? How can I optimize this? How can I make this better? And I pulled back a lot in the last few weeks. I think it's made a big difference. I took a supplement holiday, so I stopped taking all my supplements, even glutamine, which is a staple for me, and just went back to focus on training, just focus on your diet. I've been a little inconsistent on that, but and I feel a lot better. So just you can do a lot yourself. You don't need all the extra props all the time. Don't lean on that stuff. So. Yeah, so I put a Q&A up yesterday on Instagram, and there was a question that came up 3 or 4 times, and it was around motivation. How do I get motivated? How do I stay motivated? So that's not something anybody else can do for you. So it's got to be intrinsic. You need to find ways to motivate yourself. And it's not consistent either. So it'll come and go. There's days that you feel very motivated to get in the gym, for example, and other days not as much. So if you focus on discipline, just making those habits, sticking with them, and being consistent, then ride the motivation wave when it comes and goes. But again, you've got to do it yourself. But one thing that helps is just the whole attitude. It's a bit cliche, but the attitude of I get to do this, as opposed to something I have to do, like or I can't eat this. It's like I get to eat these good foods. That mindset makes a big difference in keeping you motivated. So just a positive framework for things, and really appreciate, if you're physically able to do things and healthy, that should motivate you. Get to the forearms. So what's new in my world, and what am I excited for in 2025? What's new? I think just a new mindset and a new sense of calm that I haven't really had before. So that's kind of nice. I think I've taken away some of the weight of my own expectations, I'll say, and I'm focused more on, again, it sounds cliche, but trying to stay present, trying to enjoy each day as it comes, be grateful for the things we have without always being focused on the target 6 months away or 3 months away or 6 weeks away.
Delegation for me.
Okay.
Yeah, delegate anything that I'm not inspired to do, because when you fill your day with low priority distractions, you're going to be susceptible to instant gratifications, doom scrolling, just doing anything that makes you feel more pleasure than pain, because you perceive those things that are uninspiring painful. So I've already got a chef,
Nice.
but now I've got I need another assistant. I don't want to drive anymore to events. So for me, it's your delegation.
I love it, love it.
It's not so much bodybuilding related, but it actually saves me more time and energy to do more bodybuilding stuff.
And the biohacking conference, I've been to 2 of Brendan's events so far, but the one coming up in 2025 is going to be a big step up.
Yes.
3 days,
Yeah.
Downtown Toronto,
Yeah.
August 9th.
9th, 10th, and 11th. You got to
9th,
get
10th,
memory.
and 11th?
That's provided that
Yeah.
you're not competing in where?
In Japan.
Yeah. So if you're not in Japan,
Yeah.
then we'll get to
Yeah. So check it out. I'll
Yeah.
share news on my story when it comes out.
Canada Biohacking Expo. I think that's what the Instagram is called.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a labor of love, a lot of work, but I just want to bring amazing people together, and
It's a great event.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the last ones have been great. I can only imagine this one's.
This one's going to be big, very, very big.
All right.
Yeah.
Good
Thanks.
stuff. Let's
Yeah.
get back to your workout.
Okay. You too. Thanks.
A little bit, not as not posing conditioning yet, but yeah, the little bit of posing that I am doing, I'm noticing mobility improvements. So just got to keep at it. Okay, so that is it for chest and biceps today. A little bit different, an aberration from my routine. I've been doing kind of a push-pull legs, typical split, but I do modify it as needed to focus on some weaker body parts when I have to. Today was a bit of a lighter day, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, send them my way. Let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for joining. I'll see you soon.